That's what we're up to. So welcome everyone to Monday Night Live, where we talk about prospecting and we talk about metal detecting and we talk about beach stuff and we talk about turkey basters. So welcome to everyone. I'm just making sure we're online here before we go to the little stream. So I'm trying to get the comments up, doing all that sort of fun stuff. So let's play it. Welcome everyone. I hope you've had a good week. Hope you're not so wet. Craig's here, Frank's here, Richard, Bevan. Good to see you. Maddie, Greg, Amanda. How is everyone? Good to see everyone here. Tonight we're going to have a bit of a talk about Palmer. We're going to talk about detecting. We're going to talk a little bit of history. We're going to talk about prizes. We've got a gold rat sluice to give away tonight. Little backpacker sluice, bushwalker they think they call it, and a turkey baster. The turkey baster is actually for gold prospecting, not for your turkey. If you do something with your turkey, I don't want to know. So, and what we're going to do is we're going to get in here, there will be a coin, right? There will be a coin. I'm sure there's a coin. There is actually a world metal detecting token here. So the world metal detecting token is going to decide whether YouTube gets the major prize of the sluice or the minor prize of the turkey baster. So that's what's happening. So yes. So lots and lots of people here. Damien, Steve, Ian, Tony, D, James, Greg, Matt, Greg, I said Greg already, Tony, Damo, Trisha, lots of Lee Brown. So lots of people flooded. I've been trying to get hold of one of my mates who has had some water through, so I hope everyone's staying safe and is getting the water out of their house. I know a few of the guys have been have actually had substantial water through the house. So guys, my thoughts go out to you. She's been damp down in southeast Queensland, northern New South Wales. I think whatchamacallit, I think Sydney copped a bit too, but nothing like the what was happening sort of thing. So yes, everywhere is moist. Yes, sluices all round. I wish I could, but I can't. So it's not the game. So yes, so this is a metal detecting token that I got from the World Metal Detecting Championships. Right, this is what everyone was looking for. So I got one off Mr. Cleghorn there at one stage. So yeah. Pete Offers, Blaze Surfer, Roger James, Pete, Stephen, lots here, guys, lots here. So if you're just getting on now, we got the prize, the turkey baster and the sluice tonight. All you need to do to enter is the sluice has got a mat in it. It's just green and it plays with my green screen. All you need to do is make a comment. If you're new here, just say g'day. That's all you need to do. So yeah, absolutely. The major prize has to go to Facebook review. It was largely ignored during questions. It's not ignored. It's just not as many questions. So I've got it all on the one screen, and that's how it works. So we're going to flip this coin, right, and we're going to catch it, and we're going to put it on the back of my hand, and we're going to show people. So yes. Yeah, you don't buy a trailer or anything with wheels on it from Cleggy, because he struggles to keep the wheels on any vehicle he owns. So Mullenbimby got wet. yeah, lots and lots of lots and lots of people got wet. So Amanda Sherwood going to the Palmer. Yeah, we're going to talk a fair bit about the Palmer tonight. I might even pull up some maps. We'll answer some questions about the Palmer. This is one of the features on the property. This is the limestone area behind me. Absolutely beautiful area of the world. Let me just do this. And I'll just transfer it across. It's actually very, very, very cool. So I really, really love that place. Yeah, it's wicked. So yeah, such a big place. So yes, something exciting's coming to Glendon's. Well, let's hear about it, Rich. So Lynn's here, Aussie Alchemist. So Allara Town Centre's being sandbagged as Leslie Dam release. My God, Leslie Dam release. Leslie hasn't had any water in it for bloody 20 years. So that's massive for out there. So yes, so yeah, yeah, it is amazing. Neopen and Hawkesbury Rivers flowing for second time this week. Lots of evacuation notice. We're okay, but the roads affected. Yeah, it's going around. It is the wet season, of course. So it is going around. So one place that's not actually getting stacks of water at the moment is Palmerville. So yeah, yes. So Gympie's just brown. I saw a picture in Gympie the other day of a quad bike hung in the power lines. That's how far the water went up at Gympie. There was a quad bike hanging in the power lines. It was mental. I should have saved that picture and shared it because it was just crazy. So Camden flood this afternoon. Yes, the mosquitoes are mental. So yeah, it's just yeah. Lee Brown had a lightning strike, I think. Cooked all his electrics. Poor old Lee. I think he's about to head off on an adventure too. So yeah. So where can I get a valuation to sell the jewellery that I've found? Oh, that's hard. Because you can either melt it down as scrap, but you actually get the most money selling it, actually working out what the metal is, and getting a bit of a rough idea what it's worth through that way, then actually selling it like on Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree and that sort of thing. That's the best way to get your money out of the jewellery. You can scrap stuff, but you won't. You'll only get a spot less 10 on that. So yeah. Wish we could get some rain here, Greg. Yeah, mate. I understand that. So yes. Have you organised the shirts? Yes, the shirts are underway. Yeah. Lee can't win a trick. He bloody lost the computer at some stage there. So yeah. But yeah. Yes. So off to Claremont next week. Palmer shirts will be ready at some stage. No, I've ordered the Palmer shirt. Well, I haven't ordered them yet. We're working on the design of the Palmer shirts. Greg Miller, I've got to talk to you, mate. I may even order some of those. Yes. So, so Palmerville shirts, we're working on the design. They'll be proper fishing shirts. I've ordered staff shirts as well, so the staff shirts won't be available, but the fishing shirts will be. So pretty much cool there. So Greg Miller, I meant to ring Greg today. Annette wanted me to ring Greg today and get ZX Gold headphones, right? Because they are the best headphones on the market for metal detecting, right? They're camo, they're cool. The sound quality on them is awesome. So much so that they replaced you almost have to wear the headphones, or to get anything close to the headphones, you have to run a booster. So I just run the headphones now, so they're awesome. Awesome. So, yes. So, ZX Gold headphones. I don't know what the Pro Platinums are, but I need them. Is Mick Nielsen in the house? Mick Nielsen, stick your hand up. I tried to ring you a few times, but I doubt you'll be on here. Mick Nielsen had a lot of water through his place. So, yeah, poor old Mick. So, yeah. Yeah, ZX Pros on your 45 would be awesome, Greg. Yes. Mick Nielsen in the house, mate. I've been trying to ring you. I didn't want to annoy you, but I hope you're all right, mate. Yeah. So I'll try and give you a ring tomorrow, mate, at some stage. I know you haven't got much reception and stuff down there, so. Roofy Mark, hope you're having a beer, mate. That's what you need. Roofy Mark, ZX Pro headphones, ZX Gold headphones, I should say, were, in my opinion, the industry standard for gold prospecting headphones. I don't know what Pro Platinum means, but the original ZX Gold were phenomenal. They will work. The ZX Gold Pro will work with the SP01. However, you probably, if you tested that, you probably wouldn't need it. I certainly tested it, and it will blow your ears off. It will absolutely blow your ears off. So ZX Pro Platinums are the ducks. Well, ZX Golds are phenomenal, but yeah. So, righto, we've talked headphones. Greg, I need headphones. I desperately need headphones. When can you send me headphones? I need headphones. We've been gone too long without headphones. So, yeah. Colleen, need to know if a motorhome can be brought to Palmerville. Yes, you can bring your motorhome. I know it's not four-wheel drive, but yeah. Yes. The difference between park and field settings is mostly frequency. And there's a couple other things I can't quite remember now. Yeah. So that's the major difference. It's just set up for the different ground conditions. So, yeah. And it's also a discrimination thing. I think the discrimination set up slightly differently as well. Just from memory. The discrimination is set up slightly differently as well. So, yeah. Right. ZX Gold will work on 3030, I believe so. We're just going to talk a little bit of Palmer history, actually. Whoever asked that. So, yeah, a little bit of Palmer history. So, but, righto. So, what we're going to do first, right, is I've got some big news come out there the other day. Let's just go over here. These boys here, right? Sorry, I've got to do this. I've got to push the other button. These boys here. I don't know where my thing's gone from above me, but these boys here. Western Youngie Rangers, right? Look at that fit bunch of blokes, eh? I'm very, very proud of these guys for putting all this together. Absolutely outstanding. I haven't met all the boys yet. I've met a few of the boys. But the Palmerville Rangers are starting patrols, I think, tomorrow. Yeah, I know they have been up previously, but I think they're basically starting patrolling full-time from now. So, I'm so cool. They spent a lot of time and effort last year helping us get Palmerville set up. So, thank you very much for these boys. And Jordan and Archie, and I've got a little thing Archie there later on. And all the boys Redane that came up and helped last year, absolutely outstanding. And these are some of the nicest blokes you will ever meet. These boys are right there. so in love with their country, and doing the right thing and showing people around their country, showing cool things like that behind me, right? You know, they're the boys, right? So yeah, I had the privilege of going up to the with Western Yaoundji, but with the up to Jarramali, the magnificent caves up there with Johnny. Johnny's sort of doing the tours up there. Some spectacular artwork. So these boys, if you get a chance, call in, say good day to these boys, sit down and have a chat to them. They're great fun. They know a lot about the country, and they deserve a pat on the back for the work that the whole Western Yaoundji community has done up there, and I cannot wait to get up there. You will notice there's one bloke who was going to be on the Rangers program, but we've been lucky enough. Archie's coming to give me a hand this year and work with me. The male model, we call him the male model up there. He's got his statue in the War Memorial. Ask him about his male modelling career. That's if you come up to the Palmerville, because he's a top guy. They all are, sort of thing. So these boys are up there chasing around. Now we know last year we were up there. We knew, like, the whole place has got cameras everywhere. We knew people weren't necessarily doing the right thing, but you know, there was a lot of people that thought that if you got the permission of an exploration, if someone had an exploration lease and they gave you permission to go on, you could go on. And we didn't police that a lot. And you know, the southern area, we know that we've got cameras all down there. So that southern area, we know there was stuff going on down there. But this year, you know, we want it to be nice and simple up there. We're asking people to do the right thing. The only place to get a fossicking permit for Palmerville, to be able to swing a detector on Palmerville, is there. Palmerville Gold, guys. So, I don't want to come across as being a deal or anything like that, but that is what we're doing. So, so the Western Yaoundji be out there patrolling with, like, I don't know how many trail cameras they've got, but they got like 4,000 of them. So there's a fair few trail cameras kicking around. So, and the Western Yaoundji Ranger Base, my God, you've got to have a look at the artwork that Redane did on that. I've got a picture here somewhere. I'll throw a picture up. I'll find a picture and I'll throw a picture up, right? Of it. But I also feel a little bit silly putting a picture up of it, right? Because what it does, sorry, I've got to look this way to go and get that picture. What it does is it doesn't even go close to showing you the detail of the work that's been put into it, the hours and hours of work that went into that mural, I suppose you'd call it, that Redane's painted on that Ranger base. It is just, it's incredible, sort of thing. So I'll see if I can jag a picture here. I didn't have it up there. Well, there's Redane. There's it being painted. So we'll put that, and the bloody thing's upside down, isn't it? Look at this. I've tried to do this. It's upside down. It's far too big. I've got to rotate it. Oh, look. The wheels have fallen off. It's early doors and the wheels have fallen off. I've got an upside down picture. Right? Here, look. I'll transition this across. Look at what I'm dealing with at the moment here. Right? Let me get it the right way up here. So, I've got it upside down. I'm in the back here somewhere. Well, you don't need me up there. How do I rotate this now? Rotate 180 degrees. Here we go. This picture does not do this justice, right? The good thing about this picture is it's covering this ugly mug, but this, the level of detail, that's very early on there in working on this, right? Very, very early on. The quality artwork, I've got a better picture of it. And I did I had a bit of a chat with Redane, who's the artist there, about it on the Facebook channel. It is just incredible. So, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to believe, Mark, that I'd have trouble doing something on this computer. But clearly you must be a new watcher. A new watcher. Yeah. So yes, and don't know how yes. So how I operate, because it's shocking. Let me tell you, I'm embarrassed. So yeah. So Greg Harvey, will my patrol? Are you just showing off now, Greg, or what? My patrol make it on the palm with 2-inch lift and 35s. So yeah. So yeah. So yes. Adrian, how are you, Jeps? It is paradise, mate. It is sensational. Like, have a look. I'll just show you. How do I do this now? I do this now here, right? Let's just minimise that, right? Now these are videos. I won't play the videos, but have a look. This is a post that went up today with Palmerville, right? Have a look at the country. Have a look at that. And then there's lots of these things around the place, but new dams gone in. But look at that place, eh? The cattle have kept that paddock down a bit, so it is just a spectacular place. Yeah, it is something really, really special. So it buggers you really, because you just want to go back to the Palmer. So yeah, so it's a sensational place. Anyone that comes up there would love it. So yes. So those people that are arriving late, I know there's a few arriving late. We have a bushwalker sluice to give away tonight, and we've also got a turkey baster, which is not used as a turkey baster. I will show you how to use it directly. So yes. So yeah. Yeah, everyone's getting stuck into Greg about buying a patrol. Any fossils or gems up there? I've found gemstones. There's certainly been gemstones found on the property, but I haven't heard of any fossils. But anything's possible. She's some old ground. So yeah, Trevor's in the house. You're on computers. What Treggy is to trailers? Yes, that's probably about right. So yes. So yeah, absolutely. So weather's cooling down up there. Yes, so weather's cooling down up there. I've just had some help here with the Ranger base. Let's just forward that to an email. Just hang on. Look, we're going to get a better picture of the Ranger base here. So, I've got stuff everywhere, notes for the show. Let's send that way, and then go over here, and hopefully we're organised enough to just go... right, so we'll get this up in a minute, and we'll go from there. We should have a nice picture of the Ranger base to put up, because this thing is absolutely sensational. It's a real... the job Redane did up here was incredible. It's just so talented. I wouldn't have the bloody patience to do it, to be honest with you. So yeah. Yeah. So let's... oh, that's a good picture. Forward. That's a great picture, but I'm not sure how to get it across here. Let me just work this out here. Let me just save the picture. Here I go. The most organised live stream show in the world, run by someone who can find gold and can't work computers. How's that sound? B, downloads, save that, attach it here. So, won't be a minute, but you got to see this picture, right? You got to see this picture. So, let me send that across there. Let's see what we got here. We'll just refresh that page. Job done. So we'll get back to that Ranger base picture. It'll just take a moment to come through because it's a high quality image. So yes. So let me show you how to use a turkey baster, but not turkeys, right? So this is a crevicing tool. Obviously there's a bulb here, right? Yeah. Obviously there's a bulb here on the end. So what you actually do with this is, I don't know whether you can see this, but the steel tube, the stainless steel tube goes up into the turkey baster section, and you basically suck it into the bottom of a crevice. Okay, put it in the bottom of a crevice, squeeze it in, let it suck the gold up. The gold comes flying out of here. Your gravel and your heavy materials comes flying out of here, and then you can squeeze it again because it can't get out because the tube's up this high. So very, very handy for very, very handy for I've got to show you this picture. I've got to show you this picture. The male model. What I'll do is I'll put this picture up of I just want to show you the detail. Why the hell can't I do that? Must be down here. How do I get that picture across there? Let me just... It says there's an attachment there. Where's the attachment? Yes, we might have to show the pictures next week because there's a great picture here of Archie, the male model. But anyone will have... seen the pictures up there of the male model. So yes, Donnie Pasco's in the house. Blue F100 will get in there. Yes, Donnie. No shooting. No shooting's allowed. No shooting allowed. So yes. So right. Any questions, throw at me. Greg has some spots left for his tours. So for those that I'm talking about Greg here, and I haven't even introduced Greg. Greg runs Pirates in WA, a fantastic tour spot. It's really the only tour spot that we sort of know of and trust in WA. It is absolutely fantastic. So if you're looking for something in WA is pretty cool. So yeah. Let me just, I think I've got another way to do this here. Send. So let me show you. This is a few likely looking lads in front of the Ranger base. Right, let me get this photo up here. Right. And this is Archie, the male model. Right. Archie, for those who've come up last year, you'd know Archie. Archie's always up for a laugh. It's myself and Darren, of course, in front of the Ranger base. She's all tidied up now. They were working on it there, but she's all tidied up now. But the level of detail in that Ranger base, in that mural, is just incredible. Let me see if I can get this other photo up here. Not that photo, that photo. Let me just flick that onto that one there, and I will open that up. Let me see if I can open it straight up, and open that up. The level of detail in that is just incredible. I just love that. I could look at it all day. And that's not even finished. You should see the orange. I'll see if I can point to it. The orange. No, I can't point to it. Those trees at the top. The detail in those trees. Just incredible. Anyway, that's enough chatting about the Western Yaoundji and that hut. Because people will get bored with me chatting about a hut when you haven't seen it. But if you're coming up, to do chase gold, you have to go and stand in front of that hut for like 10 minutes at least and look and really have a look. So, yeah. So, it's amazing. How big an area is Palmerville to Prospect? Now, there's a great question, and I can answer that with a topographical map that is covered in stuff, right? So, let me just get you across here, right? Palmerville is this area here. Ignore all the icons. A lot of them are tracks I've marked and all that sort of jazz. So there's not a lot of gold in amongst all that. So Palmerville is about 330,000 acres, right? So it's probably, there's this decent size shot of it sort of thing. So the general prospecting area, right, is this bottom section here, right? This yellow area here, okay? Now, that's just the general prospecting area. Now, that's about 200 square kilometres. I think it's just shy. I think it's 198 square kilometres. Like it is so much ground, okay? Just a massive amount of ground. And the camp is at the top here, near all the love hearts, right? Up the top there, okay? That's a track I marked, but the camp is up, the main camp is up the top here, right? Now, during the year, for season pass holders, we'll be opening a second camp down the bottom here, right? We have no time frame on that as yet, but it is happening, okay? So we'll have a second base here. So that is the, a very good area for the season pass holders, okay? Now, the other advantage of being, so that's one advantage of being a season pass holder, right? You can get into this ground, you can camp down in these more remote places, and and be closer to the gold, right? Not that there's not gold up here, but yeah. So then the other advantage of being a season pass holder is I haven't got it marked here, right? But if you watch my mouse, right, so from a season pass holder's point of view, you're also allowed in this 800 square kilometres up here to that point on the map. Oh, you can't even see it. It's so big you can't even see it. Let me get it down here for you. So, as a season pass holder, the camp is here. You're allowed all the way to the top here, right? You see this Sandy Creek running through here. To that point there, you can't cross Sandy Creek. Up to the Palmer and to that point there, okay? So, that's the area, and that's about a further 600 square kilometres. So from the point of view of how much ground, right? Someone said to me the other day, oh, it's all flogged up there. I said, it's 800 square kilometres. 800 square kilometres. And I felt like saying to him, have you done every gully? Have you done every... Yeah, it's not flogged. So, yeah, it's not flogged at all. It's massive. So, it is a huge area. Massive area. Bigger than Singapore. So, yeah. So, yes. Nicholas Murray, I have done this. Nicholas Murray, if you ever put a sluice permanently in the bottom of a creek and left it there to collect gold until you go back. Yes, I have. I've done it in the thriving Metropolis of Mount Gravatt, to be honest with you. I heard rumours of gold, and they were correct. I had a sluice in there, in a park. Am I allowed to say this? I had a sluice in a park in Brisbane, fairly well discovered, and it was an overgrown park. In Mount Gravatt, And it did collect gold. There's no doubt about that. It collected gold. It was in there for 6 months, okay? And I checked on it every month or so. I went and cleaned it out, and there is gold in that park. Of commercial quantities, I don't know, because I'm not allowed to dig a hole in the park. But I could tell there was gold, flood gold, shedding down the creek. So the one downside of it was that I probably put it in it was actually one of these little fellas. I actually put it in like, from memory, it was like July or August, and then we got a big heavy rain in like January, similar to what we're doing now, January or February I think it was, and it went missing. So I don't know whether it got flooded away, or it went, or someone nicked it. I don't know. So yeah, so that's what happened there. So, but yeah, so yeah. Well, there's a good point, Richard. Glendon is 2,500 acres, and we find gold every week, right? And Glendon's is a great place to go when you're in Warwick, right? Or if you're in local to Brisbane, right? This is 330,000 acres, right? You heard that right. 100,000 acres. Like, it is a big lump of ground, right? So there's gold there. It's going to be years before it's flogged out. Years and years and years. These are all some of the tracks that are going in, and prospective tracks that are going in for access around the place. There is a track that goes down to here as well that for some reason I haven't got marked. Oh, maybe that's it there. It comes down through here. Yeah. So, yeah, mental stuff. So, yeah, Palmerville is cool. So, yeah, it's awesome. So, right, let me get back to these questions. So, yeah. Flooded or flogged? Flogged areas where people don't know how to find gold, don't find gold. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. And let me tell you, if you go up there thinking it's going to be easy, it's not easy. Gold is never, ever easy to find. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, people are worried about my turkey baster, that I'm fondling my baster too much. Yes. Yeah, I'll leave it alone. So, yes. Right. So, always find gold in the creeks. You always find gold in the Palmer too. So, yes. People are worried about me with a turkey baster. I don't know why. So, yeah. When you stay, we issue with your track of the maps. We actually suggest you download it on your phone. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. When does the Palmer open? 1st of April in 23 days. 23 days, probably 22 now because it's getting late today on the 7th. So 22 days it opens. And, yes. Now, you will need to book because we will book out. Okay? So, yes. Mark, I'm determined. I almost put it out of reach. So, yes. Yeah. But, yes. When you stake it, you get a moment. Yes, you do. Yes. Right. So, guys. Right. Have anyone got any questions? We've got other stuff to do. So, I haven't talked to Archie about this, but Archie and I think, if he's okay with it, the male model, right, we'll probably be getting on a bit of TikTok, and we'll be doing TikToks. Archie and I think, will be pretty good with TikToks. So, yeah. So, yes. So, we'll have a bit of a laugh on that and update you on what's going on for the day. So, yeah, that's the sort of stuff we'll be doing. So, yeah. Kate, husband's coming up early April. What does he need to do before arriving? If you've booked in on Palmerville Gold, you won't need to do anything apart from just arrive. So you can give the Palmerville Gold number a call if you want, just to double check. So yeah, there's no power for vans at the moment, but we allow generators, of course. So yeah, we've got spots left. Toilets will be available in the campground. We're working. Yeah, we're working on that. Clearing some more shady caravan areas will be good. Yes, we're working on that too. So yeah. Permanent or seasonal running creeks up there. There is some permanent creeks up there. The creeks ran all year last year, some of them, but not all of them, sort of thing, of course. So yes. So car wash, should we all, if you've booked on the, Katie, if he's booked on that Palmerville Gold thing, it will go through the procedure that you need to do. Just need an underbody wash. It doesn't have to be a biosecurity wash, just underbody wash. Yeah, so all that stuff should have been emailed to him. If you're unsure, Kate, just give us a call. Yeah. $250 for a week for a couple. So, yeah. Archie is a character. And he's one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet. Yeah, Archie, the male model. We call him the male model. So, top water tanks up on vans. We've got drinking water. You don't need to worry about bringing thousands of litres of water. We've got drinking water up there, so that'll be fine. We'll have a dump point. I'm not touching the turkey baster. Someone said I was fondling it. It's put me off it a little bit. It's just here, so yeah. $250 a week's pretty good. $150 for a week if you're a single. Yeah. So 3,000 $3,000 a year if you want to come for the whole year. So yeah. How much are the cabins? Cabins are $350 a night. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Katie sounds like I have a thing for Archie. I do. He's a top bloke. So yeah. Best coil suited for the Palmer on the 4500. I've got two coils for you. Right. The best coil, the absolute number one coil you've got for the 45 is the one you own. Don't go and buy another one, right? Unless you've got rubbishy coils, right? But 12-inch nugget finder. 12-inch nugget finder. So, yes. So, yeah. Yep. 17 by 13, yes. 17 by 13 would be a good coil, but a lot of the ground's not as open, so don't do a 17 by 13 coil. I wouldn't suggest. It's a great coil on there, but a 12-inch round is perfect up there. Get you amongst the thing. So, yeah. The other thing too, I've got a major problem. I'll tell you a story. What do we got? 15 minutes, good. I got a major problem at the Palmer, right? So last year, what we did, right, is I picked up the turkey baster again. Last year, where's my coin? I'll put my coin in my hand. Last year, we bought, I don't know, 2,500 fish from memory, barramundi, right? 2,500 fish. Now, the thinking was this, right? That we'd probably lose half of them over the dam walls, right? During the wet, dams overflow, right? So everyone's giving me grief about the turkey baster. But so we thought, okay, we're going to lose half of them over the dam walls. Okay, so we'll put 2,500 in there, right? Well, the slight issue we had is the dams haven't overflowed. So I've still got, well, I know it's not 2,500, but let's say 2,500 fish in the dams, right? Where I'd expected to have half that amount. Now that might not be necessarily a major problem, right? But there's only been two or three fish caught out of there, right? The last one we saw was like 65, 70 centimetres, right? And that was like 2 months ago, okay? So I've got these big barra, right, who are munching on all the red claw, right, that, oh my God. So I don't know whether I'm going to have any red claw left, but I'm going to have a lot of barra. So what we've done, we're only doing this the last few days or so. I've got to put my glasses on to read here. We're getting a fishing guide in, right? Let's see if we can get people to clean up these fish. So so we've got, there is barra, right? And they will be that, I think they're probably, the rate they're growing with the wet and what have you, I reckon some of them will be getting 80 centimetres now, right? So that's a decent sized fish. Yeah. So, yeah. So it'll be a bit of fish. Now we've got to put a limit on it because I've got to restock these things. So, bit of netting and sell them to the fish market. Well, that'd be probably not too bad. So, yeah. Yeah, so, but the barra grow 1 centimetre every year. Greg, let me tell you something, right? They do not, in the Cannibal Creek Dam, right? I can talk about the Cannibal Creek Dam, right? We put them in there they were sort of between 10 and 15 centimetres. Those fish, right, have been in there 12 months, right? And they are now 65, 70. The last ones we've been seeing are 65, 70 centimetres long. They don't grow 1 centimetre a year. Not these fellas. They must be bloody fat, chunky. And they're eating, So now we're going to have to have a few restrictions on the fishing, of course, this year, because we don't want people, as someone said here, netting them out and selling them to the fish market. So we're going to have a bit of a limit on that. But talk to me about that. And we'll probably only have catch and release in the top dam, in the main dam, around the campground. Simply because we probably use it for Palmerville golden fish and chips, as Brett said. So, yeah. So it's mental. Yeah. So it'll be Barra fillet with a Cannibal Crisp beer at the Palmerville Hotel. That sounds good. So yes, it does sound fantastic. So for the Palmer, do I need an EPIRB or you can just have a Garmin? Yeah, you can just have a Garmin. You don't necessarily need an EPIRB if you're a little bit confident in the bush. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, yeah. So yeah. Fat crocodiles. Yeah, well, Linda, the crocs in that dam are only fresh water. So yeah. So yeah. Oh, Greg, you've written a long thing here. Oh, man, each fish have a per year. Eclode magic meter mark around 4 years old. Yeah, well, these things have got mental. So yeah, over the So yeah. So Greg, that might sound right, but geez, they've gotten big up there. So I've got to reread that, Greg. I can't read it all right now, but yeah. Annual. Well, we could have a fishing competition, but yeah, I don't know whether I've got time to do a fishing competition. So, righto, guys. So, only got a couple of minutes left. Sluice, bushwalker sluice, 6-inch slat, mini mat in it. My turkey baster, right? It's a crevice sucker, right? I'm actually going to I'm going to flip the coin. And one side's YouTube, one side's Facebook to see which one gets the sluice. And then it'll be, yeah. So, so only a couple of minutes. So, Kathy, do we see many crocs up there? We see mostly freshwater creeks around freshwater crocs around the dams. That's what we get. The salties are in the river. They don't get up to the into the dams as much, sort of thing. So yes. So yeah. Oh yeah. If you can get to Palmerville, right, this year, to get to Palmerville this year, my God, it's just like heaven on earth. So yeah. So yeah. Croc's a croc. Yeah, but the freshies don't eat you. The salties eat you. The freshwater ones don't eat you. So yeah. So, and we only see in those dams. I've only seen 1 or 2 crocs in those dams. There's not like heaps of them in there. So, but the crocs will be cleaning them up too. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind about that. So, yeah. Well, I thought tonight's prizes are a bit about the amount of water we've had around. So I thought, oh well, we'll have to do a water-based thing tonight because there's been so much rain around. So, yeah. So, yeah. So that's what we've done. So, yeah, that's what we've done tonight. So, righto. So, let's just get this happening here. I'm almost setting it up before we I know I'm a bit underprepared normally, but yes. So this time I'm determined not to be terribly underprepared and be a fraction maybe overprepared. Not overprepared. That's just ridiculous. But yes, prepared. Let's say. So yeah. That's right. So, guys, only a couple of minutes left. If you're new here, right, just make a comment. And we'll go ahead here and we'll have a look at what we do. Sorry, if you make a comment, you go into the draw to win these. This is all you need to do. That's it. Sorry, got a bit distracted there. Trying to organise this. So, yes. How far is it from Brisbane? It is 2,100 kilometres, right? It's really a 3-day drive. So, yes. We're working about training and tours this year. There will be tour guides up there on the Gold. There will be some training up there. Yes, so we're working on the training at the moment. I have to actually ask for permission, believe it or not. But anyway, let's not get into that. That'll upset me. But yes, so yeah. Righto, let's push the button. Let's flip the coin, right? So, this looks a bit Y-shaped. Hang on, I can't see here. This looks a bit Y-shaped, okay? So that's YouTube, right? That'll be Facebook. The gold will be Facebook, okay? So, yeah, yellow. Well, it's yellow, but it's Y-shaped. So, Y-shaped for YouTube, right? So, this is for the sluice. We're going to flip the coin and say, right, is this going to Facebook or is this going to YouTube? If it comes up that, it goes to YouTube. If it comes up that, it goes to Facebook. So, is everyone ready? Mark, that's disturbing. Hugger 6-inch and the base is safe. Right, here we go. Right, now we're going to flip it. Here we go. YouTube. So YouTube gets the major prize tonight, and Facebook gets the turkey baster. So yes. So right, let's push the button here. Let's get going. Let's get everything loaded. We're right, just about right on time. That's perfect. So okay, let me load all this in. Right, I'm closing it off now. Okay, so that's it. Everyone that's got their questions in, or their comments in, you go into the draw. So Facebook, pushing the button right now. Right, here we go. Terry Marshall, congratulations. You have won the turkey baster. Well loved turkey baster. And then let me click the button for the YouTube. The YouTube goes to Jenko's Gold. Jenko's Gold, you will need to contact me. You've won a sluice. It's got the mini mat in it. Jenko Gold, congratulations. You need to contact me after the show. So congratulations, guys. That was good. Terry and Jenko's Gold. So well done, guys. So congratulations. Contact me after the show and I will get this sent out to you. Okay? Righto, guys. So that draws to the close. Another week of chatting. I am pretty attachment turkey baster, but yes, I will share. So, fondled baster. Everyone's upset about the fondled baster, right? So what I'm going to do for Terry is I will put this one back on the shelf and I will go and get a fresh one, right? And I'll send you a fresh one out so no one feels like they're getting a turkey baster that's been used. So, yeah. So, congratulations, guys. And what's the longest sluice run you have? Well, there's an interesting question. What we've got is we can actually get gull rat sluices and we can get joiners for them. So you can extend it as long as you want. So I'm going to say 30-metre sluice. So, yes. So, yes. Righto, guys. Yeah, Terry might want this one. I've a bit of luck in it. So, yeah. Righto, guys. Thanks very much. Have a great week. I will see you next week from Brizzy. I'm up in the Palmer in a couple of weeks, I think. I don't know. So, right. No worries, guys. See you next week.
Thanks guys for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe and call us on the Daylight Helpline. See you next time.